Force or Kraken Slayer, and he's going to go probably for a Rage Blade, and he's going to.
I think it makes sense.
Burn things down because. What are you accomplishing being like the only poke champ on your team otherwise?
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping for some Karma poke too, I guess, but I agree. I mean, the thing is, like, I think that makes sense, but no one ever does it in pro. It's poke every time in pro. And so even when I think, hey, this is an on-hit Varus game, it's almost always just poke lethality. So we will see if FBI does want to mix it up. You know, generally you can tell immediately just with the runes, right? If it's lethal tempo, then you are going to get that on. That closer is doing because he is playing Nidalee. Yes, it is faster, but he didn't waste a lot of time. He could still go into the 6-camp clear. Fudge?
Oh, is he just going to die? That hop is perfect. He's gone
now.
Yeah, no flash. First blood the Someday fans were waiting for. It's why the Karma goes mid. This man's meant to carry. I love it. But thank you. That is a good thumbs up.
We'll allow him to have a shot at trying to really kind of snowball a little bit.
Banaga moving towards his jungler, though, as the flash comes in for Perks. There's a Sinjao right there. Didn't know it. Didn't assume he was on bottom scuttle, and Closer found himself a kill. Blabber gets right back out. 100 Thieves, 2-0.
Yeah, this is a huge
down, getting rid of some of the vision, and yeah, Huhi and FBI have to play a bit more defensively. Perks gonna be found out. You know, he flashes, has the ulti. Javelin gonna land, big stun, and he's on the way out. Huhi there, Blabber, Vulcan as well. Down to 400 health. As Renekton gets a big heal, but now he has been surrounded. There's just too many of them. Huhi makes sure to not steal the kill in case it was gonna be too late. Finally, Closer and they trade that one just fine. Closer gets a big chunk down on the Perks. Ulti-less right now, just gonna get run down. That Karma turns out
been a struggle. You know, they're down 25 CS. Like, Cloud9 is getting slammed straight up. You know, all 3 lanes are losing, and you have a Nidalee, so it's not like you're really saying, all right, well, we'll just play for late. You've got to get things going. I think this is...
He can come down and really turn a fight. Here we go. Huhi front lining, puts the ulti on. Big shield takes absolutely no damage. The re-engage, yeah, they just happen to take the fight because Vulcan started it, and it's going to be 100 Thieves to end it. They picked up 1, they picked up 2. Huhi gets a kill for his work, and Someday indeed gets
Someday just got so much gold at the top side while you lost on the engaged bot side, and you know, I've just got a question. Even throwing out the spear when the stuns land, it's not going to be enough. They're trying to go for a pick here on Someday, but Closer is here as well.
It's good damage from Fudge, but how about the reinforcements? Blabber is here, Someday's kiting, takes to the Q. Flash comes in and they get that kill. So there's one picked up. Now Perks wants to set up the rest, but he cannot get the rest. Cloud9 still fighting for the wards because, well, they've actually brought the entire team down. No one's pushing in top lane. They're not playing for a cross-map play. They're playing for the 5-on-5, but here comes the push in for 100 Thieves. Closer gonna flash in to look for the knockup, gets 1. That is Vulcan attack, but he jumps back away. Meganar, though, sets up Vulcan, gets into safety, and King has knocked down Abanaga. And now Closer's on the way out. FBI trades 1 back. It's a 4v4, and it's gonna be Nidalee going 1 for 1 again. Looks like overall, though, 3 kills for 100 Thieves. Only 2 deaths, so it's a victory, unless you count shutdowns. Vulcan just lived the flash. Q, Huhi gonna claim it in the end. 4 kills to 2.
Yeah, Cloud9 decide they have got to risk it. They take the team fight. King got into the backline, assassinates the Karma, but they don't quite have enough damage to follow through. Concerned about actually stacking this up, and instead, looking for Vulcan again. He's got no flash. You're dead.
Yeah, Vulcan slowed up, stunned up, rooted in place again. Snipe comes across from the Varus. Vulcan, they even forced the Braum ult out. They finally attacked the Blast Plant. There we go. FBI 5-0-2, unstoppable. Cloud9 are able to grab this dragon. As you mentioned, yeah, the soul stacking is going to be super late if it happens at all. And hey, an objective picked up for the C9 side, sidestepped by King.
I wonder if it's even intentional. You know, it almost seems like they're just neglecting the dragon because they don't want even a potential of like a soul or an elder this game, where Cloud9 maybe has that as a comeback mechanic. So it is kind of interesting because it feels like they easily can contest here a bit, but Closer just kind of running forward, feeling so confident he wants any fight.
All right, walking in, pretty good damage right now, and it's just Vulcan running away. Now, as Shrelia's pop, they disengage. Perks showing up, and so is Someday. Meganar, full bar. Perks can't zone him out. They've already picked up a single kill. Meganar ulti gonna miss, but Perks, what can he do except walk away? Tries to get back in. Just movement speed. 2 legs gets away from the Malphite ulti. It's time to run away, and it's time for Thieves to sit right where they are and go after Baron.
Yeah, the Karma speed up's there enough because it was a long-range Malphite ulti that Fudge was looking for. He didn't quite have his flash, I believe. 100 Thieves get the kills with no jungle available. There's no chance at contesting this, so 100 Thieves gonna grab the Baron for themselves. This game is an absolute stomp here. You can just see how confident they are. It's just a three-man squad. Karma, Braum, as well as the Xin, just looking for any fight they can find. Perks comes in on the TP, so they start to back off. And they do a good job of actually kiting up and away from the TP. Fudge is also down on that bottom side, so it's hard for him to get access. And then once they kind of reestablish their battle lines, they have Closer in the front, Someday zoning, they move the carries forward. Fudge now looking for it, barely doesn't touch FBI. That was so close, actually, to grabbing him. But to be honest with you, I don't even think it would have mattered, right? Like, this isn't an AP Malphite. He's not going to 100-0 this Varus who has Karma behind him. And there was no real ability for Cloud9 to pile in and get a kill even
King
afterwards.
King ults in, and it's probably not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think you probably just die instantly if you ult in.
I don't disagree.
So it's pretty tough. And 100 Thieves on potentially the death march here. They have the Baron buff. They have a 10k gold lead nearly. And now they have the Rift Herald to boot. So do they just keep going? Perks just now returning to base. They know they can't defend the inhib, so it's just how much do they go for?
Jump, stride breaker, ult backwards. A flash keeps Blabber alive, but not exactly safe as down that goes. Just have no problem stopping the Herald from crashing into the Nexus turrets. Indeed, that's going to be the case. But mid is broken in under 23 minutes. Next Dragon spawns a minute and a half. Red Bull Baron still on for a minute 40. And oh, look, there's a red buff to steal. That feels great. Yeah, please, I'll take that. No problem. Krugs too? No, maybe not, but bot lane tier 2 can be up. Sure, we'll claim this one instead.
Yeah. The wave is there, perfectly timed out. You can see this, even the stopwatch and FBI, and he still has both his summoners. Neither were committed. And you pretty much have to kill this guy, right? So it's going to be very difficult. There's Sterix on both the frontliners. There's a Karma buffing them up. There's Locket shields as well. Like, it's so hard to imagine the world in which you get a burst kill and win this fight. So 100 Thieves pushing forward here, poking them down. Half the health off of Blabber there from FBI.
Good Gnar. Zhonya spies time for one. Blabber not going to be stunned. The W's too early, but Sinjao dives right back in. Ult for Closer, make sure they get one, and the second one comes down as well. Vulcan with flash, with ult, not able to cast them in time to stay alive. 2 inhibitors down already. Waiting for the next wave now. Siege the game, end it in the 5v3. That's the goal for 100 Thieves right now, as they collect the bottom wave. They look for a bit of Q poke. That doesn't mean a whole lot in a Fudge, but he's the only guy with any meaningful armor there. Shields come back in. Closer wants up. Big damage coming out of Perks, but he gets the heal yet again. Stays alive. Thank you, Gore Drinker. And still, Fudge just cannot put out enough threat in the 3v5. The push forward. Flash getting away from the arrow, but there's still more damage coming across. Recalls come in. The respawns come in. And maybe there is a chance. The Nexus turrets are gone, but King is onto the back line. FBI will drop, but does not flash away properly from the ult, and they will trade back 2. Make it a third. They are still going. 100 Thieves going to knock down Malphite as well, as Mega Gnar crunches in for the 4th kill of the fight. 19-4. It wasn't even close. 100 Thieves slaughter Cloud9.
Big bounce back game there for 100 Thieves. They crushed them in this one. Really well played, creating massive advantages early on. Individual outplays. We saw the solo kill on the top side. We saw just straight up way better laning in the 2v2 on the bottom side. They were able to punish Perks every time he tried to